Broadcasting from the World Conference Center in Bonn, Germany, Solutions Review is on location at the FME User Conference 2023, the peak of data integration. Brought to you by Safe Software and Terra.
Hey, it's Doug Atkinson, and we are back here in Bonn, Germany at the Peak of Data Integration event, and we are joined by a couple of guests from Red Geographics, Veerle Goossens and Hans van der Maarel.
Well said.
Close?
Yeah, very close.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Now, I know that you are an award winner.
That's right.
From Safe Software for supporting the community.
That's right.
And we've actually spoken at a past event. But talk a little bit about your award and how you have been supporting the community in FME.
So I'm a long-time user of FME. I started using it back in 1997, and ever since there's been a community around FME, I've been very active with that. So I've been helping people if they have any questions, if they need a little bit of guidance, a little bit of support. I've been giving them that little push that they need to get further. And so Safe recognized that, and several years ago made me one of the community champions. And at this event, we were awarded the Community Spirit Award for my contributions, or our contributions, to the FME community in general.
And so that dovetails neatly into kind of where Red Geographics is taking the business, right? Mm. So you're really kind of working off of that support, advice, counsel, and really offering a training service for folks in the Netherlands, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think you always have to see what your strengths are and what you like to do. So we had like a couple of discussions, okay, what are we really good at? What do we like to do? It was really like helping people out. And how could we do that in the best way? So of course he's still helping the community a lot and, you know, giving reactions, all kind of that stuff. But beside that, we decided to create our own community, all in Dutch, because we see that although almost all people in the Netherlands speak English, it's still, if you have to learn something new, it's so nice to have it in your own language. And also with the training material, we saw that sometimes there were some gaps, like we don't have dog parks, like they have it here in Vancouver. So we decided to make our own training material to make it even easier for our clients or any Dutch FME user to understand how they could best use FME in their business.
Well, and this is, I think, going to create a lot of opportunity because what we're hearing and I think what everybody's seeing is how Safe Software is really trying to mainstream FME into kind of a more of a general data integration solution as opposed to just a geospatial data solution. Is that, do you see that as an opportunity as well?
Definitely. There's a lot more data non-geospatial than geospatial, and obviously we want to see if we can help those people as well. So there's a couple of things that we're working on right now. One of them is, for example, a set of training videos specifically for FME and Excel. There's a lot of data still in Excel. There's a lot of stuff going wrong in Excel, and I think FME is a great tool to help that, to bring value to Excel files. And so, you know, a training module specific for that format would be awesome.
Yeah, so talk a little bit about the kind of folks that you're going to be helping with the training that you're offering.
So we're seeing already some sort of diversification in our customer base. We recently added, for example, a TV media company to our list of FME clients. And so obviously very happy with that. Obviously very keen to find out what they're doing with it. And also we're trying to actively go out and reach other kinds of customers. So any place that we come across that we hear that people are using data or people are complaining about Excel, for example, we see that as an opportunity to see if we can help those people out.
Yeah.
And this could be as simple as basically walking across the hallway in our shared office space and say, hey, I see you're working with Excel. Do you need some help with that?
Yeah.
And those seeds are being planted and they're growing, and sooner or later they're going to sprout into something beautiful.
It's still hard, because data is so wide. There is so much to do about data, and I think many people don't know for themselves what they need to do and how to do it and how to integrate and what we could integrate. I mean, everything is changing so fast. We have AI coming up now, it's already here. And I think, and that's what we try to do, just to take their hand and say like, hey, we know what we could do, but just have the conversation to see what we can do. We don't want them to be independent from us. We want them to understand their data needs. And that they can bring life to their data and they don't need us for that. So that's really our focus on what we try to do and why we make new trainings to help them get where they want to be.
Well, so the world has changed so much in the last few years, and it's continuing to change, right? So with the pandemic, there's certainly a lot of more virtual, I guess, interactions, and I'm assuming that some of this training is going to be very easily accessible without actually having to be in person.
Absolutely. So our Red Academy platform, it's all pre-recorded training videos with accompanying text. And so people can do it whenever, wherever they want.
Yeah, and especially, that's a good one. We are all, thanks to Corona, we're used to working at home. We don't want to travel that long anymore, but we also get used to get things now, And we saw that with our training, we have not that much capacity. So if we have to wait when we are ready for giving them training, you'd want them to start today. So, but also with support, we have 2 days. If we do a training in person, they have 2 days to ask all the questions they have. But next week they're on their own again. And with our Red Academy, we can help them through the year. They can have a question whenever it comes up, and we can help them out. And they can watch a video over and over again, just exactly when they need and what they need. So I think that really helps to get them learn faster, learn more, and really understand what they need to do with what they just learned.
So with regard to some of the nuts and bolts of the training, I know transformers is a very large part of the FME solution. Can you talk a little bit about how you're helping people think about some of those elements of the FME solution?
Definitely. Like you say, transformers are a very big part of FME. There's over 500 of them now. Honestly, I don't even know all of them, but I know where to look, and that's one of the things that we try and teach our trainees is how to search for them, how to figure out which one you need. So we try and expose them to a lot of different transformers during the training. But another thing we do is on LinkedIn we run a weekly series, the Transformer Friday. So every Friday we make a post about a specific transformer, we highlight what it does, we give you some pointers on how to use it. And we notice that people are actually appreciating that a lot. So we get quite good feedback on what we do with that.
Yeah, so again, with regard to where we're headed and the inflection point we're in right now with artificial intelligence and all the other data that's available, I'm curious what you see, as you're evolving. I mean, I'm assuming that the training is kind of an ongoing development that you're doing, and that, similar to Transformer Fridays, there's constant new training coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think what our main focus will be and still will be, because we can ask AI a lot and they can help us out with a lot, but what they cannot do is be the personal touch. So we can see them struggling, and then we know what to do. We can see when they ask the wrong questions and tell them what they should ask, for example. So I think that will never change, but we all need that. I mean, we will stay forever human, and we will stay focusing on that and delivering the best service we can with a personal touch, because that's really actually what Geographics is all about, and
that's our core value.
Yeah, what we like the most.
So if I'm thinking about coming up to speed on FME in the Netherlands, what's the best way to get in touch with Geographics?
You can find us all over the social media. We do a lot of social media posts, especially LinkedIn.
Yeah.
LinkedIn, our website, redgeographics.com, or just give us a call.
Yeah, just shoot a message on LinkedIn. I mean, we're just with the three of us. We are quite small company, which make it personal and very easy. You know, if you ask me something from FME what I don't know, I just pass you through to Hans. And I mean, you get an answer within 24 hours. Why? Because he's working so long with FME, I cannot imagine what he knows. Sometimes I really don't understand. I mean, for example, I never did a project and he still know the answer. I'm like, how is that? So yeah, I think that's, we try to make it as easy as possible to reach out. And I hope people get that and think like, okay, I don't have to make a form email. I mean, I just can say, hey, this is what I think, can you help me? That's enough. We will take it up from there.
Yeah, no, I mean, FME is an incredibly powerful tool. I think it's a very clever solution offering to provide training, particularly training in the Netherlands in Dutch, which I think is, I'm sure, a very unique position. I'm curious, when you come to an event like this, what you get out of it. You know, I mean, you get. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of folks milling about, and you get to have that kind of interaction. I mean, what have you found beneficial as you've been here in the past few days?
For me personally, since I've been involved with FME for such a long time, the partner community is also actually very stable. So there's people walking around here that I've known for over 20 years. So a large part for me is like it's a big reunion. See what everybody is up to now.
Yeah.
Exchange experiences. So for example, we might struggle marketing FME to a certain demographic, whereas the reseller in Ireland has some very good ideas on how to reach those specific industries, and he's willing to share them with us. Because we don't really compete with each other. Different regions, so it's all it's all good.
We're talking about a lot about, you know, how do you do these things? Did you ever help a company within the government doing this case? We don't. Do you have that? And then we share it out. That's the main thing, I think, what's important for us. And also, of course, you see the news things here. You see customers presenting what they're doing. So it's really nice to see, hey, what are you doing? How do you do it? What issues did you have? Yeah, that's also very inspiring.
Well, I think you're onto something very special with regard to the offering that you're doing. I think training is always a great business model. So best of luck with that in the next year, and hopefully we'll get to see each other again at the next FME Peak of Data Integration event.
We'll be there.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.